Musical Masterworks, Guitars and Other Instruments of John Monteleone is the exhibition that we have here in the History Museum. It includes 54 instruments, and the exhibition is all a retrospective exhibit of John Monteleone, his work, and an effort to try to kind of tell the full story of the historical context of his work as well. I think the biggest challenge for us was the physical challenge. Displaying an 18-inch archtop guitar, but displaying more than 50 of them, and knowing that you had to have everything behind glass, that was something that was a challenge for us. There was a lot of logistical challenges, but it was a great process, really exciting. It was really important to kind of work collaboratively with him from the beginning throughout the process. Many visits and many conversations and much discussion about the organization and the setup of this. It was just really wonderful to work on this together and to kind of think it through and think about what stories we wanted to tell and how to make this a coherent exhibition that kind of told the development and the evolution of the guitars and the instruments that John built over many years.
It's so unusual to see this amount of my work in one place. I'm taken back, actually, to the beginning of how it all began. But to see it sequentially is quite something for my mind to review. My goal to build instruments began with the idea that I could make them better than the ones that I was already seeing. The experience that I had with so many instruments was inspiration to try and take it to the next step.
You got it.
Inspiration comes from many different places. But I like to relate that inspiration to something that the guitar can support. So therefore, the thematic idea of building a guitar, let's say with the train idea in mind, it always comes back to the instrument itself. How does it work? How does it play? How does it perform? And then, how does it look? Yeah, that's the icing on the cake.
These are like Fabergé eggs. They're objects d'art by themselves, and the fact that every one of them is one of the greatest archtop guitars ever built is kind of mind-blowing.
They can certainly hold their own in the same roles as like traditional archtops. Like they're loud enough to be heard in like a big band playing rhythm, but also they can be used more as a solo instrument or duo like we did tonight, where you can really hear the details of the wood and the overtones and everything.
The guitar is the one instrument in the world that can withstand so much application of design and alternative look to the instrument itself. But it goes back to really how adaptable to the guitar and the music that you can play on the guitar. It is very wide in applications, and it appeals to so many different kinds of tastes in music, musical expression. It is the one instrument that can withstand it and still be a guitar. And one of the design aspects that always appealed to me was the Art Deco period. And what the Deco period says to me, it's an invitation to come and play. It's a very playful art form where design and form and function can come together and be very attractive to the eye, where you can design something that relates to the artistic application as far as composition goes. So that's why I think it works so well with the guitar. And the mandolin too, by the way.
At the time, in 1982, when I got this, John was the mandolin builder in the world. And I had decided I was going to be a professional musician and I needed a really good instrument. And I'm so lucky I got this one.
All of these instruments together in this room, that's never happened before. So for us, it's an honor to be able to present it to the public that's been able to enjoy it, and to also teach Long Islanders, because that's our mission here at the museum, to share a part of their history and to give them something to see that they haven't seen before. Something that was really important about doing this exhibition was that we wanted to kind of tell a full family story. So there are some photographs and objects in this exhibition that help tell some of that family story, the artistic inheritance that John had from his family, his father in particular. There's a wonderful wood carving in this exhibition from his father that I think helps to kind of ground the exhibit in sort of this understanding of all of the different influences as he became the incredible luthier that he is today.
I was around and have known John since the beginning of the making of the instruments, so I saw them kind of be birthed in succession, and a moment came when John invited me to write. And some of the imagery, the materials, the sense of John's kind of filtering the seasons through his own creative lens, all of that makes it into each instrument. And then I was able to write a piece that in some way responded to that.
This is a retrospective that we're having in 2024, and we're seeing John at this point in his career. He is still making and churning out wonderful projects while we're showing this exhibition. So who knows where we go in years to come.
I think in 100 years from now, I would love nothing more than to see my instruments be played. That's what they were built for, made for, and that would make me extremely happy.